on, Carlos? How you doing? Oy vey. I'm under the weather. It has been a very long weekend. Some of it good, some of it not good. Some of it great, some of it definitely not great. But productive nonetheless. Oh boy. Yeah. If anybody, and I know a lot of you have, judging by the orders I've just received, has noticed we just put a bunch, an absolute gaggle, a plethora of new items at DCD Collects. .com. What's going on, Sapporo's? Hello, lady. Sapporo's like, I sent you a funny. I'm going to look at your funny. I am exhausted. Very. Oh, I did see this. I've seen that. Yep. When I was shocked for screwing up. Yes. The torture. I remember that. Prue and Dangle have put in some spicy orders. Carlos Carlos, I'm glad you did what you just did, because I was dying to know.
Welcome to my underground lair. You're just in time. Enjoy the show.
And enjoying the show you will. What up, Scoops? Scoops knows how to get down and dirty.
Welcome to my underground lair. You're just in time. Enjoy the show.
Dangle!
Oh, you just got dangled.
We were just talking about you. Scoops, always good to see you. So let me tell you about my weekend, and then we'll get into opening things. And I know when we get into opening things, it's going to cause more things to get sold and opened. So let me get this part out, because we're going to do a lot of opening today, I have a feeling. Because, yeah, it was good for you, bad for me. My father came in for the weekend to go to the Bills game, which, by the way, the 42-44 Bills game with the Rams was an awesome game. Yeah, we lost, but what an awesome game. Josh Allen broke the record. He's now the only person in history to throw for 3 touchdowns and rush for 3 touchdowns in one game. Unfortunately, our defense forgot that it was Sunday and stayed at the airport an extra day, forcing us to use Pacifica High School's junior varsity defense against the Rams. A lot of fun. Uncle Doug gave us the tickets. We're very grateful about that. Awesome game. So my dad was here. I took my dad all over. We went to SoFi Stadium. We went to downtown LA for a Yamashiro sushi. Then we went to Santa Barbara and hung out up here. We did a lot. What's up, Doug? We did a ton. At some point, James and I caught the stomach virus. James is fully recovered. I am almost. We had it bad. we had poor Jimmy. Poor Jimmy had it so bad that he is now the only person in my 44 years of existence that I have ever seen, not drunk or high, that threw up while sound asleep. And thankfully, I was in the room and heard him, or else he quite possibly could have died because he was laying flat on his back. And that was a mess. That was terrifying. But that is how bad it was, that he was literally vomiting in his sleep. Pneumonia. I've had pneumonia. Oh, I know that does suck. James had it worse than me. I have an iron constitution. My stomach is made of steel. So, unfortunately, I don't throw up. Because if I did throw up, I'd probably feel better. But no, it has to go all the way through my system. So it's agony all the way down. James was able to throw up most of it in the first 24 hours. I was not. So, yeah, he is better. I am no so better. So shipping is delayed. I was not here yesterday because I was taking my father to the airport. I was not here until about 4 o'clock, 4:30. I am going to do the shipping when the show is over, so I will be here till about midnight. But the items may not go out until tomorrow and or Friday. So it's been a week. With that said, I was able to get a little bit of it done Friday night. So a few people got theirs out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orders that still need to go. So if you haven't received an email, it's because we're sick. Now, DCD Collects. Let me get on to the non-personal stuff because we all know 90% of you are here to hear what I have to talk about. But the 10% that want to know what I'm selling are who I need to cater to for the most part. Or else I don't have a job. So, let me cater. Pieces of the Past One Time Series 1. We got 3 boxes of those. Bellissimo. So Bellissimo was a product in 2023 that had 1 relic per box and 1 additional card numbered to 99 and below. Hello, Paul Moistland. It looks like they broke down those boxes and they took out the relic packs. And those relic packs were given to us individually. So I simply cut the price down the middle. Now, technically, the relic is arguably 2/3 the price of the boxes. The boxes were $60 to $65 a piece, depending on where you bought them. Instead of doing 2/3 as it should be, I just cut it down the middle at the lowest price and did $29.99. Carlos has one. We're going to see what's inside in a little bit. But I've seen the cards. They are very nice. They are very well done. We got 2 Super Break Keepsake Black Friday hot boxes. One of those has been sold. We will see that in a little bit. We got some 2023 Super Glow Jumbo. These do not have any guaranteed hits in there, but you can get relics and autos. So we're just going to blow those out at 10 a spot. These are quite interesting. We're going to see one of these in a little bit as well. We got a total of 3. One of them is sold. You're going to get a Bellissimo hit. You are going to get a Keepsake historical hit and 2 one-time hits. So it's kind of a best of both worlds for 3 different items. So that is probably a really good value at $99.99. I didn't know what to price it at, so I just went by previous sales, and they sold between $99 and $110. Keepsake Historical, we only got 2 of those. One of those you're going to see in a little bit. We didn't get much. This was a smorgasbord of items, so they're very limited in the run. I have no idea what's inside. Has 3 spots left. We know it's going to be an In My Hand. We know it's going to be a 5x7 Mylar. We don't know what these 3 Mylars are. If this is something that we normally have that retails for 50 or 60 bucks, obviously I will compensate. So let's hope that is more than a $50 or $60 item in there, or else I have more work to do, and I don't have the stomach for it today. And that's it. Plenty of us to see. Plenty of us to do. Let's get into it, though. I have an awful headache. I'll trade my Darth Maul baseball for the remaining 2 of the 24 Super Break Pieces of the Past hot boxes. That's that thing right there. That is a Pieces of the Past hot box. There you go. You can get the Darth Ball for the low price of 2 of these. While I have this here, let's go ahead and adjust our focus, shall we? I think that's the perfect time to do it. Oh, yeah. That's nice. All right, orders in the order that they were ordered are how we are going to open them. The first person to make a purchase today was Prue. Prue, you ordered 2 of these jumbos. You jumped on that deal immediately. You also ordered a Keepsake Hotbox Black Friday exclusive. We only got 2 of these. There's 1 left. Good chance that when I open yours, the other one sells. Listen, Kevin, the Buffalo Bills are playing the Detroit Lions. I think this is going to be game of the year. I think if the Bills defense shows up like it did with the Rams, the Lions are going to wipe the field with the Bills. I think they will blow the Bills out historically. If the Bills have the defense they had against the Rams, it'll be about 108 to 35 in favor of Detroit. That is 108 to 35 Detroit. So if they have the defense that they had against the Chiefs and other teams this year, it's going to be a tight game. Listen, I will be happy with either winner. I'm dead serious. Listen, I'm going to look you in the face. I'll be happy if the Lions or the Bills win. I will not be terribly upset if the Lions win. I won't. The Bills have clinched the division. The Bills have a playoff spot. The Lions have pretty much everything locked up. Here's what I want out of the game. I want everyone to end the game healthy. I want no injuries. That's what I want out of the game. I honestly don't care who wins between the Lions and the Bills on Sunday. I want everybody on both teams to be healthy. That's it. I don't care who wins. I don't care if the Lions blow us out. Brag all you want. I'm a Bills fan. I don't give a crap. We're used to losing. I just want everyone to be healthy. I want both of our teams to be healthy. So when the Bills play the Lions in the Super Bowl, it is going to be a game for the ages. That is what I want out of this Sunday. That's what I'm saying. That's all I want. And that is my piece on that. Yes, KP, I know there will be tons of ribbing from you, and I take it. But all I care about is that everyone remains healthy. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. All right, Prue. Well, first of all, let me see if Prue's even here. I guess it should look first. Prue, he is here. He is here. Well, thank you, Doug. Yeah, man. Hey, we were just there to enjoy the game. I mean, there was a 17-point deficit at one point, and Doug did not gloat. I will say I agreed the Bills got all of the calls. The Rams did get ripped off by the officiating. It definitely looked one-sided on the officiating. So even though Doug did complain about officiating, I agreed. I agreed with Doug's assessment. The officiating was very skewed towards Buffalo. Listen, it's tough to get under the skin of Bills fans. We've been bad for so long and we've lost so many Super Bowls. It's really nothing you can say to us that is going to bother us. We have thick skin. I digress. Can't buy a hot box. And then Ghost. It's true. Well, you are the first to grab Super Glow Jumbo Edition, 20 cards per pack. There's nothing guaranteed in here, but you could get an autograph or a relic. So let's see what you get. Good luck, man. Malik Willis. T-Law. Iron Mike. There it is. There's everybody's favorite card. You all know him. You all love him. It's Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Oh, Doug did call us converting on 1st and 30. He did. That absolutely happened. Ooh! Let's get spicy. Let's get it in, there's a little thing. Let's get a chromed out rainbow version too. Mac Jones. JT. Yeah! Tie-dyed Mac Jones. The Opal Glow. Now you got to collect them all. Now you need the red, white, and blue. The refractor. You have to get them all now. CJ. Booty. Mac Jones. Catch of the year. On purpose? All right, see the second one. Maybe this one will have something embedded in it. Or just more Mac Jones. Chuck Norris. Brees. Paige, known for her huge driver. Look at the size of the head on that driver. Olave. Victor Hovland. Lexi Thompson. Amari Bailey. JT. There's Mac Jones, followed by Mac Jones. A little Brock Purdy action. Emmett. Howell. Pickens. Ooh, Sam Howell. Cracked silver. It's an interesting card. Haley. And Danielle Kang. She has some great content. I try to stay off social media now. All right, Super Break, Keepsake Edition, Hot Box, Black Friday exclusive. We have no idea what's in here. This is the first time any of us have seen it. We just know it's hot. I hope it's great. I hope it's something that just makes us go, wow. Wow. Out of 25. Gem Patch Auto. Brooke Henderson. She's good at golf. Sorry, Prue, it is not pickleball. Not pickleball. It is golf. Now, that may or may not be a piece of the shorts she is wearing. I will let you decide / figure it out, and then I will trust you to inform me. He's like, oh, it's not Mac Jones either. It's true, it's not. All right, so that's a hot box. Dangle, you're up next. Then Carlos is up. Dangle got 2 of these. He also got an I have no idea what's going on. There will be blood. Let's see what's in here first. Sorry, I felt like there was a card in there. There wasn't. Mac Jones. CJ. Zaire Wade. Mac Jones. Well, we know these are Mac Jones hot packs now. Floyd Mayweather. There's Brooke. Hey, Brooke. For some reason, it's got a whatnot symbol on it. That's different. CJ. Hannah. Ooh, look at this Zaire Wade. That's cool. Victor Hovland, and there's Paige Spiranak. Glow. Well, they claim they have autos. They claim they have relics. That's what the write-up says when you go to their site. Amari Bailey. Mac Jones. How many times am I going to say that today? Here's Jalen Milroe. There's Victor. Might be a whatnot exclusive. There's Julio. Julio Rodriguez. Hey, Dangle, you know that guy, right? Mike Tyson. And Danielle Kang. All right, Dangle. Pieces of the past hot box. We're finally going to see what's in the Bellissimo now. We'll also see what's inside of One Time again. Pieces of the past relic pack. Oh! That's a bar card. That is a handwriting sample. Wow. That's it. That is quite literally what you want. It really doesn't get any better than that. And this one actually has the pictures of their respective letters. So there you go. That is pretty dang big. That is not contemporary. That is their handwriting. That's also probably the nicest picture I've ever seen of Mary Todd. She was a handsome woman. That is the prettiest photo I've ever seen of her. Google her. You'll see. Here's another piece of the past relic. Let's see if we can top the one that we just got. Not likely. But, I mean, we could try. Doesn't want to open. Yeah. Moving on. Here we go. Bellissimo. These are the packs that we have on the site. Let's see how awesome they are. Pablo Picasso out of 50. Oh, it's just Chuck Dickens. Well, 'tis the season. There we go. It's an Australian letter by Charles Dickens. So he's famous for writing, so you're probably going to want his writing. Doug, what do you think of that one? That's 4 out of only 25. I don't know. It looks like that was part of the, I don't know. We'll have to open up another one to find out. Thankfully, somebody ordered one, so we're going to know. And lastly, Pieces of the Past relic. I'm going to keep this to use it as an interior box for shipping. That's a nice one. I've never seen a card that looks like this before. Orville Wright out of 50. What is that? That's a piece of an actual photograph, it looks like. Like, not a reprint, but like, I don't know. It's like a photo. A matte photo. It doesn't look printed. Interesting. Very interesting. And it was a keepsake card in a Pieces of the Past pack. That's double interesting. Conundrum. It's a big old fatty, too, because of the gem. This is something we did not buy. We had the opportunity to buy this product when it first came out. We passed on it for multi-sport and said, this is 2024 Keepsake Historical. Carlos, you're up after this. Okay, so this is one that Councilman Chef may want from you, because it is a gem handwriting sample of the skinniest president, William Howard Taft. They say Taft was about 240 pounds. Is that what I remember hearing? £243. And he could have weighed as much as 330 as president. So that puts him in the top 2 for fattest presidents in history. And of course, there is the document that it came from right on the back. Blue topaz and a handwriting sample out of 50. There you go. Los. Carlos is going to be able to answer the age-old question, is it supposed to have a line through the numbering? All right, Doug. Out of 99, that's John F. Kennedy. It looks like it's supposed to have a line through it, because that is 11 out of 20. Andy Warhol. I know that guy. I see his work every day. That's probably from when he got shot. That is not printed. That is a typewriter. Each of those letters are individually indented into the paper. It's tough to show you on camera, but when you look at the actual card, you will see that this is not a copy. This is the actual typewriter type. Kind of see it there. That's a little bit better of an angle to see that it's actual typewriter type and not printed. Wonder how close I can get. Can I get close enough to show you? Yeah, there you go. That is not printed. That is the actual original typewriter type. So whatever it is not a copy. I want to know what it is. I wonder if it's got to be something official from him getting shot. I'm actually just impressed the camera could zoom in that well. Timeless Impressions. Nope. That's a printing error by his eye. See? Little dent. Ow. Ow. Space. Need space. Okay. Oh, we love you too. We love you too. This is the big push. These 3 spots need to get filled. I need to know what is inside these 4 Mylar boxes / envelopes. I want to know whose hand we are going to be reading. That's all I have to say about that. Oh. So for those who are in Dynasty Foosball, playoffs should have started this week. Now is a very spicy time. Now is a very testy time in my household as I am playing against my brother Ryan. And even though he doesn't have as many kidneys as I do, I am not going to take it easy on him. We already texted that we loved each other, but for the next 5 days we are going to war, and that is what we're going to do. Excuse me. Last night was the first night that I got an entire night's worth of sleep since Sunday. Oh my, it was so nice. As a matter of fact, I went to bed early. I was in bed at like 9. And I woke up at like 3 when my cat was crying to come in the room, which I denied. But after like 10 minutes, he stopped crying and just went into the other room to sleep. And then I went back to sleep and didn't wake up again until 8 in the morning. Your playoffs start next week? Boy, that's awful, Dangle. That sucks. That means the championship will be when certain teams are resting their best players. And that's just a terrible idea. Whoever is in charge of that league should probably have a conversation and let them know, hey, you have this scheduled so that everyone is benching players during the championship, and that is not wise. The best time to start them is the week after the end of buys, so that they do not interfere too much with people benching the superstars. Otherwise, I would recommend buying everybody's backups for the championship because the starters will likely not be playing very much. My brother's league that I used to be in, that I begged them to let me take over commissioner because the commissioner was a bum. DCD Collects, it starts this week, Holmes. I hope you don't think it starts next week. Playoffs start right now. Tomorrow is the first playoff game. So I really hope you don't think next week is the playoffs. Tomorrow is the playoffs. So this bum commissioner had it so that the playoffs started during bye weeks. And then when the second year, when you, as a first-time commissioner, you make mistakes. I made plenty of them my first year. But the second year, you make up for those mistakes by getting it right. This is their third year, and they're still starting playoffs in bye weeks. Because he keeps forgetting. Next week, for those who have the bye... Oh, so you mean your personal playoffs start next week? Yes, your personal playoffs. League playoffs start tomorrow. You will get to find out who's going to beat you next week sometime after Sunday. As a matter of fact, let me look at that real quick. I think you'll have to quite possibly play me. No, you play the winner between organic and bourbon. Mondo plays the winner of Ryan and I. Yep, that's what it looks like. What's up, Councilman Chef? Yeah, I got it, Dangle. Councilman Chef, do you have a Taft handwriting sample? I hope Bourbon wins so that I can listen to him cry about me demolishing him. Playoffs are tricky. Butter popcorn. It's probably because you were eating butter popcorn. It would be more concerning if it was cheese popcorn. Although, if you ever have the opportunity to hold a bear cat like I have, a bear cat smells like cheese popcorn. They do. It's true. Well then, Scoobs, you should probably take a shower, bud. You did this morning? I did at about 2 o'clock today. That way my head was extra shiny for the show. Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. So while we wait for Councilman Chef to get back, and I can stun him with Dangle's Taft, let me know if anybody needs anything. Relic not handwriting, take a look at what our dear Fred Dangle just pulled. There you go. That came out of Keepsake Historical. We only got one more box of those. It was part of the little grab bag we got from Super Break. Oy. Oh, Bruce Lee. Anybody who buys or wins a Bruce Lee box is going to get a bonus Bruce Lee pack as well. They threw in 3 extras, and we're just going to give them away for free with purchase. There's 3 of the keepsake Bruce Lees left, so we're going to add one of those packs to each of those boxes. That is a freebie. Yeah, they should make checklists. We will mention it in the next meeting we have with them, because it makes my life easier too. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I feel mostly better though. Lot of water. I have been drinking a lot. We went through, no, almost. We have about 4 bottles left in a 35 pack of water. That's how much water James and I have gone through. What's up, Hellbolt? Love you, man. It is good for you, especially when you're dehydrating. So today, I was not in because Doug said, ew, you're sick, get away from me, don't come to work. So T-Bone and Doug together grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. I think they're putting a break together that involves original art.
A little bottle of water, a little bottle of water, a little bottle of water.
Thank you, Bolt. That involves original art and or remarks, because they asked me for some items that I have been hiding in the back that I thought they had forgotten about. But they asked me, hey, do you remember where this is? And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly where it is. Why do you want it? And they're like, we are going to make something. And I'm like, so you're dipping into the secret stash. Okay, all right. So there's something from the secret stash coming. I don't know what it is because I was not here, but I know they dipped into my secret stash. I mean, it's not mine. It's a stash that I acquired for DCD Collects, but I thought and hoped they forgot about. But they remembered because they asked for it by name. So something is coming that I don't know what it is yet, but it's coming. Oh, hello. What up, Detroit? How are you doing? Detroit is loving the Lions in this matchup. He knows the Bills do not have a run defense. He knows it's going to be the Gibbs and Monty show. Oh, I know, right, Hellbolt? They are having the times of their lives. And they have to because, of what's happening, which means for the next 5 years, their lives are going to be miserable. So you got to have fun now. Because fun life as they know it is basically over. When did you lose a package? And whose package was it? It's true. It is. It is. It is the ideal thunder and lightning. There's a reason they locked him up for a couple more years. That's a dynamite 1-2 punch. Listen, I don't contest that at all. I know, Detroit, it's going to be a Bills-Lions Super Bowl. I said that in the beginning of the year when everyone said the Bills were going to stink. I said, no, Bills-Lions Super Bowl. You know what? I don't know. It says in transit, arriving on time. I mean, it is the holiday season, both Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Christmas. So packages are definitely going to be late moving forward from about December 1st till January 5th. I wouldn't panic. It's way too close to Christmas. Not sure if it's the same. Package hung out in Indiana for like 4 or 5 days, finally up to... Yeah, it's a holiday season. Absolutely. Things are definitely delayed. Usually the post office will update if a package is lost. You can actually track it and it'll literally say whereabouts unknown, or it'll say contact USPS for further instruction. They're very, now that they know everyone can check and almost everything is done through a tracking number, they are pretty forthright when they lose something. It's not like back in the day where you had to wait like 3 weeks and then go, oh, I lost it. Now they're like, hey, we lost it. We're just letting you know. Excuse me. Oh, congratulations to Dangle. Dangle is a winner. Well, I mean, we know Dangle is a winner, but Dangle is literally a winner in the DCD Collects Dynasty Foosball League. Let me make sure real names are not on here real quick. Okay, I can show this. Dangle had the best record at 22-6 for the year. So he won a prize for that. Mondo gets a prize for most points in a season. He will get a prize that is exactly the same as Dangle's. We're in the state of California, so I can't tell you what that is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know what I mean. And then we will find out a little bit further down the line who plays who. and gets further prizes. So congratulations, Dangle and Mondo. I've already paid out Dangle. I will reach out to Mondo to find out how he wants it. I need to win this week. I need to win this week because my other two leagues, one of them, I traded my entire team away for picks. So I didn't win a single game the entire season. That was a proper tank. That was not the I'm going to bench starters. That was the I literally sold everybody and have guys that are on IR and literally don't have any players on my team that start. But I have 7 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks for a total of 10 in the first 24. My other league was a very good team that just got bad beats. That if we had the median wins, I would be in the playoffs. But we did not have median wins, so I was last place. Even though I had Gibbs, Achan, Swift, and Charbonnet for my running backs, plus 2 really good quarterbacks, plus 3 of the 4 top tight ends. I just got bad beats. So that one stinks. This one is the only one that I'm actually in the proper playoffs and gives me hope. So I'm hoping I beat my brother mercilessly. I don't think I will, though, because he has Bijan Robinson. Though, and he has Achan. I don't know. Oh, I want to show you this. Desmond Ridder is expected to have negative 39 points this year, or this week. Desmond Ridder is supposed to have negative 39 points. KP, why don't you like median? It allows high-scoring teams that get beat by other high-scoring teams to get a consolation win. Chef's like, I like medians. It keeps the oncoming cars on the side of the road mostly. Mostly. Except for Texas and California. And Florida. You'd probably in the playoffs, well, I mean, it's 6 additional wins and 6 additional losses per week. I would have to look up the individual weeks to see if it made that much of a difference. I mean, I could do that fairly quickly. I could probably have that answer in like 4 minutes. No, it'd probably take me 20 because I'd have to factor every team's record then. I could quickly look at the head-to-heads. You would be 6-8 head to head. You'd be 6-8. So maybe not the case. You'd be 6-8 head to head. You are 13-15. You got 7 wins because of the median, and 7 losses because of the median. So actually, you'd be exactly where you are. You're mathematically dead even, 7-7. Dangle would be 11-3 without median. Yeah, that's about right. Yep. Yeah. Scoob's like, I'd be 2-12. But it'd be a glorious number 2. I now can't wait until April. April is my next favorite part of Dynasty. I'm the playoffs are going to handle themselves. There's not much you can do during the playoffs. I love the research aspect of the players coming in. I love tracking the combine and the draft and creating my big board. I am a huge fan of a big board. The number 1 pick goes to Steven. Steven's got the number 1 pick. Because he had the least amount of points for total. So I can actually tell you the order of the draft picks. Is going to be exactly what, is exactly what it is now. It's going to go Steven, Doug, Dave, Michael, Q, Team West, me, Bourbon, Organic, Ryan, Mondo, and Dangle. Yeah, not necessarily. It all depends on how many points for. It happened to work out this year that the worst record was least points for. Last year it wasn't. I did have to make a correction last year to get it done. So this one is different than last year. But yeah, he would definitely. Chances are, if you're only winning 2 games, your points for are garbage. But Scoobs, I thought you hate football. I would be more than happy to invite you, but you'd have to learn about football, and you hate football. You are special. Hey, if you seriously want a team next year, I know somebody who's thinking about not coming back. I could get you their team. I'm not going to tell you who it is, because I still have to have a conversation with that person. But if they do end up giving up their team, I will let you know. I lean toward that as well, Dangle. That is also why I don't have many picks. The toilet bowl winner gets an extra first. Toilet bowl winner, I believe, gets the 13th pick in the first round. That's why everybody has a 5th round draft pick. It's because it's a placeholder for the extra selection. No, this mirror is not the toilet bowl winner. That is for the worst record. That is actually Stevens this year. Steven. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest fantasy loser of them all? It was T-Bone last time. 2023 loser, Trevor. Steven will be the 2024 loser. How do you know the difference between base and silver? I think silver is the rainbow foil. I think that's what they call their rainbow foil. Next time I see Steven, he will be signing that. I will probably see them next week. So next week I will have Steven add his signature to the mirror. And I will take a photo of him with the mirror and post it on social media as is required. Now the winner gets their name on something a little more prestigious. They get to join Ouch My Chub Hurts. Now we know that Doug is not winning it this year because he did not make the playoffs. So there will be a new name on this trophy next year. It's just a matter of who. Oh, nice, Scoobs. I like it. All right, folks. Listen. I'm going to have to call last call. I am exhausted. I should, if I base my recovery on James's recovery, factoring in that he threw up a lot and I didn't throw up at all, tomorrow I should be 100%. I'm about 80% today. Tomorrow I should be 100%. Tomorrow I should be more guns blazing. But I am physically exhausted today. So I'm going to call last call. Now, I'm calling last call, but by all means, I will stay as long as it takes for us to open everything. But I will cut it a little bit short today, as I just don't have the strength from this last 4 days. I have no idea. No idea, Chef. I didn't look that far into it. Oh, speaking of football, the Buffalo Bills now have some new owners. Partial owners, that is. The league approved 13 partial owners of the Buffalo Bills, including Tracy McGrady of NBA fame. I think, who was the other one? There's a couple of basketball players. Limited Partners, they're called. Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady, as well as Josie Altadore, the soccer player. Yeah, VC. So that's cool. Bill Belichick is going to be coaching UNC. That is also what I heard. They announced it tomorrow, technically. Oh, I didn't know Vince and T-Mac were cousins. That's good. That's awesome. Keep it in the family then. I like it. Now, I don't know how public this was, but Kim Pagula had a very severe hospitalization. She had an issue with her heart that I believe caused her to die and be resuscitated. The details are pretty vague on purpose. But she's incapacitated to a degree. She's recovering, though it is likely she will not recover 100%. But she did have a general lack of oxygen to her brain. And Terry Pagula, the other owner of the Bills, he has, I think, early onset Alzheimer's or dementia, one of the two, something that they've said they've caught early. So the Buffalo Bills are likely to be sold again within the next decade. They're probably waiting for the stadium to be built before that happens. But I have a feeling these limited partners have been brought in to help steady the ownership until. It's possible. I do know that that Kim and Terry already said one of the stipulations of buying the Bills the Bills cannot leave for 50 years or something like that. And the fact that they're building a stadium, the state will also probably require them to be kept here. We know that John Bon Jovi's group wanted to move them to Toronto after the lease was up with the state. I do know the Pagula's whole reason for buying them was to make sure they stayed. And now with the new stadium, I am certain there will be a stipulation that if you buy them, you can't move them for X amount of years. Probably 25 to 50. So I'm confident the Bills will be staying, but I'm also pretty confident in the next few years they're going to be sold again. And I have a feeling they're going to be worth a lot more than what was paid for. Because the Bills were sold at arguably one of their lowest values. And it'll easily be a $2 billion team, I have a feeling, once it's all said and done. Tree Fitty? Maybe. Maybe $3.50 billion. $1 billion. I think he paid, 1.3 billion for him, or 1.1 billion? I think it was a 1.3 billion. They'll probably sell for $2 billion now. Close enough. With a new stadium and quite a few years of a winning record, and heavy popularity in Canada and Europe now, you will see them selling for a lot more. The Bills brand itself is worth a hell of a lot more than it was 10 years ago. So whoever pays for it will be paying a premium. All right, folks. I still have to do shipping. So I'm going to cut the live stream loose, and I am going to start on everyone's shipping for tomorrow. So that's it. Did you miss anything? You missed a ton. Money Mitch, we opened 4 products we have never opened before. We opened Bellissimo. We opened Historical Keepsake for the first time. We opened a Black Friday Hot Box for the first time. We opened one of these hot boxes for the first time. There were a lot of firsts that you're going to have to rewind to see. Thank you so much, Councilman Chef. We opened a lot, and everything that we opened, there's at least one more of. We also got one step closer to selling out the mystery envelope box. Now only 3 spots remain. Yeah, they're pretty good. They were definitely a lot different than anything else. There was a really nice Taft handwriting sample. I will tell you, this box right here is actually worth $100. With the hits that we pulled out of this, if there was any indication of if the other 2 are like the one we opened, it's absolutely worth $100. Do we know what's inside the ink box? It's 1 autographed item and 1 maybe autographed item. And I'll tell you, I'm probably not going to sell that. I'm probably going to put that in a There Will Be Blood. I haven't listed it on the site for that reason. It's not listed. This will likely be in a There Will Be Blood. Just telling you right now. So, be prepared to see a There Will Be Blood with this in it. These are also not listed because these will very likely be in There Will Be Bloods. I've seen these, depending on the player, I've seen them going for between 50 and 100. And we got good names. We got Brock Purdy, Carson Beck, who is getting drafted, Jalen Milroe, who will be drafted, and Bo Nix, who's on fire right now. So we have some good names there. Those are easily $50 to $75, I would have to take a guess. So those will likely be found in some possible Lodo or medium change There Will Be Bloods. But everything else is for sale. Everything else is available. Oh yeah, no, the fire, it did divert me dropping my dad off to the airport. It's Malibu it's close, but not that close. We got to get pretty close to it. It was massive. But it didn't affect us. We are northeast or northwest of Malibu. We saw it driving down the 101, but it doesn't affect us at all. It would be almost impossible for that fire to reach us. It would have to go over a mountain range, and typically a fire will go up one side of a mountain and burn out at the top. It very rarely crests the mountain and goes down the other side unless there's heavy brush. And though the Santa Ana Mountains are not heavy brush, the Santa Ana Mountains are mostly rock at the top, are sheer cliff at the windward side. So it would be near impossible for that to reach us. We are coastal. We have problems when there's like plains fires, when there's brush fires that are on like the plains. That's when it could get to us. But anything that's on the other side of the mountain range, it will never hit us. Yeah, no, I appreciate your concern. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, it was ways away. I mean, it's a 35-minute drive to Malibu for us, without traffic. So it would take, I mean, it'd be burning for 8 weeks to reach us. Yeah. Oh, we got more than the glow. My dad has pictures of the full plume that was 100 feet. No, it's more than 100 feet. Probably 500 feet in the air. It was massive. Probably about 500. It was barely cresting the Santa Ana Mountains. And I know the mountains where we cross are about 890 feet. But they do cap out at like 1,300 at the higher point just south of where we cross on the 101. And that fire was at the lower point, and it was probably about 600 or 700 feet. It was a good plume. It was dark brown, orange sky. Yeah, it was impressive. It was. Thankfully, it did take out some homes, but it was not as bad as it could have been. It could have been a lot worse. It's Malibu is very densely packed. It did not hit in a very densely packed area of Malibu. It hit on the northwestern outskirts of Malibu. Houses were lost, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. For those who don't know, Malibu is built into the side of the mountain. All of the houses, like when you see like TV and you see movies and you see like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous when that was on, when you see like architectural shows and you see the houses that are built into the side of mountains with the views and the pools and the infinity edge pools, that's Malibu. Those are built on the side of the mountain. As long as Neptune's net, yeah. That is typically Malibu. That goes really high up the mountain. The Hollywood Hills have them too, but yeah, it could have been a lot worse. It really could have been a lot worse because they were at zero containment after like 15 hours, and that's bad to be burning for half of a day and have zero containment. But thankfully, it was burning up the mountain and up the part of the mountain that didn't have houses on top of it. Anyway. All right, folks. I love each and every one of you. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Please be safe. I will be here with bells on tomorrow. I will have Jimmy with me tomorrow. We should be happy, healthy, and prosperous. I am going to get working on your shipping. I should have it all done today. Forgive me if I don't. If I don't, it'll definitely be all done tomorrow. All right, everybody. I love you. Good